We're so happy that you could be here today. The sun is shining, I think. It's trying to anyway. It's shining in our hearts anyway. This is a song from Beckwith and Byers. I'm choosing heaven today. Please join me. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. Compassion. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose compassion today. Joy. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose joy today. Abundance. I choose abundance today. I choose abundance today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose abundance today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
Woo!
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark, and I'm the senior minister here, and it's so great to see you all today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing this morning? Great. We're here. We're up. We're alive. We can say out to the world, I am whole, perfect, and complete, and we can live into that. And we have a beautiful day. It's going to be a little rainy a little later on, but the clouds have parted and made a beautiful way for us to get here this morning, trouble-free. So we're thankful for all of God's gifts. Billy, we got a pretty good service going on today.
Oh yeah, just like every day. Every Sunday.
Every Sunday, we have a saying around here, welcome to the best service ever.
That's right.
And every week is the best service ever. So you got some special music lined up?
Yeah, I got an old song that I pulled out of the rafters, and it's going to be pretty fun. And a classic that everybody recognizes.
All right, well, wonderful.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. It'll be a special treat, as usual. And so, what do we do here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo? What do we think? What do we believe? What do we practice? Well, Science of Mind is what we study, is the text that we study, and it's a teaching based on the principles, universal principles, that run as a common thread throughout all religion. And basically, it's the realization that God is not somewhere out there. God is right here, within you, around you, embracing you, uplifting you, informing you. God's presence is eternal, and that includes eternally with you. So, we have some core beliefs here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo, and if it's your first time here, I want to share those with you. Or if it's your 20th time here, it's always good to have a refresher. So, number one, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is a call for love, an expression of love, a response to love. Love is involved in every action that we take. So we know, first and foremost, that love is all there is. Number two, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. So thoughts are things. And everything in your life right now has been preceded by thought, has been pulled out of the out of the ether and made manifest in front of us. So that's the process of everything. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete exactly as you are right now. We believe that of ourselves, and we believe that of you. And what's our basis for this? We come from a whole, perfect, and complete creator that only makes whole, perfect, and complete things. That includes you. So your wholeness, your perfection, your completeness is never in doubt. And so that's a very powerful position to enter into life, to make your decisions, knowing that you're already whole, and then deciding what your life is to be. So that is wonderful. And number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone, and we're working from that world together. And it's a world that currently works for everyone because it's run on the same laws that it has always run on love and law and on cause and effect, and it has always been thus. And so what this philosophy does is just help us use those natural laws to bring good into our lives and to reflect good out into the world. So that's what we're about here. And now it's time for my favorite part of the day, our Namaste time, where we take a minute to look each other in the eye and to acknowledge the God living inside of them, as them. And we do that with Namaste. So let's have a little greeting. So wonderful to intentionally look at the next person and know that they are absolutely wonderful, and to know that they're looking at you thinking the exact same thing. That is does my heart good every time. So please welcome our practitioner of the day, Dr. Deborah Taylor. She's going to give us our vision, our mission, and share with us today's affirmation. So welcome, Deborah.
Thank you, David. Good morning, CSL Yolo. So, it is time to share our vision and mission statements, and I'm just get a thrill and a chill every time we do this to remember those words. Yeah, the words that came out of the community here. This is the community's vision. So our vision here at CSL Yolo is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So I'm going to invite you to state these words in your own voice with me. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. Ooh, and here we get to really experience that connection. And our YOLO mission in support of that beautiful vision is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. I'm going to read that again and then I'm going to invite you to stand and actually embody. So our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principle and live their inherent greatness. So let's say this together, and then I'm going to ask you to strike a pose that represents your embodiment at this moment of your inherent greatness. Okay? All right, so let's stand. And let's state our mission. But first, I tell you what, let's strike our pose and then say the mission statement from that feeling tone of inherent greatness, okay? So just take a moment, just take a breath. Assume the pose. And let's say together, our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Wow, how does that feel? Yeah, thank you. You made me see that. So I'm going to share an affirmation. As some of you may know, we are in the midst of the season for peace and nonviolence. And so our affirmations are intended to help support us in that experience of peace and nonviolence within ourselves. And as we experience it within ourselves, it automatically kind of radiates out into our families, our communities, and the world, really. The universe, because we're all one. So today's affirmation. Today, I forgive myself my mistakes, my errors of judgment, my missteps, and words misspoken. As I forgive myself for simply being human, I can forgive others the same. So let's say that together. Today, I forgive myself my mistakes, my errors in judgment, my missteps, and my words misspoken. As I forgive myself for simply being human, I can forgive others the same. So I'm going to invite you to just go inside for a moment and allow something to bubble up to the surface that you are going to allow yourself to forgive today about yourself. I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now is the time for me to let go of the shame. The past is behind me. I see anew, and I'm ready for my change. And forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. And I'm ready for my change. And so it is. I'd like to invite our board vice president to share announcements today. Tracy, welcome.
Good morning. I have to follow that. Woo, I got a little emotional. That was amazing. Thank you, Dr. Deborah. Good morning, everyone. First up, I'd like to talk about our gratitude group. That is a group that meets the second Wednesday of the month. February 14th has passed, but the next one coming up is March 13th from 1 to 2:30. That's at the Davisville Apartments Community Room in Davis. The mission of the gratitude group is to uplift our lives through an ever-increasing sense of gratitude for Spirit's presence. In this group, we explore the very nature and its many gifts through study, discussion, and fellowship. So hope to see you there. Next up is something that I'm very excited about. This month we are tithing to Empower Yolo, and they have a five session yoga session coming up. So please join us. I will be going to these sessions, so if you like to carpool with me and meet in Winters, just let me know. So please join them and myself for a trauma-informed yoga series for survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. It's going to be relaxing meditation, self-care techniques, enhancing mind-body connection, and this is probably most important, is that it is yoga for all bodies. It's a safe space to support your healing. So the 5-session series will be held every other Thursday at 5 p.m. beginning February 29th. There's information to contact Empower Yolo to register. The number's up there, as well as you can visit their website as well to register. And please also feel free to reach out to me if you want to carpool. Next up is our Season for Peace and Nonviolence at CSL-wide, running January 30th through April 4th. And I'm going to invite Dr. Deborah back up here to talk a little bit more about that and some events that we have coming.
Thank you, Tracy. So we're doing various events in connection with this season to support the season and also to support the experience of peace within ourselves, because this is where it starts, right? Right here. So one of the activities coming up, and I want you to mark your calendar and save the dates, but first I have a question for you. So anybody ever heard of Martin Luther King Jr.? Raise your hand. Okay. Anybody ever heard of Ralph D. Abernathy? Okay. All right, so the Reverend Dr. Ralph D. Abernathy and his wife, Dr. Juanita Abernathy, were my godparents. And one of their daughters lives in the LA area, and she is going to be our speaker April 7th, right here in the Grand GPO. So mark your calendars, bring a friend or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 to come out and hear her speak and talk a bit about her experiences during that time, and also about what's, how we can support peace and nonviolence in an ongoing way. I'm excited. I hope you are. So yeah, save that date. Also upcoming in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have a peace crane folding little mini workshop downstairs right after service, and more on that next Sunday. Probably it'll be in a couple of weeks. So keep your eyes open, and you know what, just show up, because here we get to experience connection, and we get to experience that feeling of peace and love. Thank you.
Actually, I can sneak a little announcement in. Just another reminder about a really incredible event that I'm so proud to be part of. It's going to be a concert of songs from the musical that I've been writing with my partner, Ron Bosted. It's going to be in LA, in North Hollywood, at the El Portal Theater, March 27th and 28th. And we'd love for everybody to try to come down. You can find out information about the show at flashesoflightmusical.com. And I know that there's a number of people already coming. I think one of our new board members, Stephanie Lyons, is looking for some people to maybe get a little group together. So if you're interested, what?
We'll send an email.
No, this email is going to be coming out. Awesome. All right, and now I think it's time for us to get into the more contemplative portion of today's service. And we're going to sing a song of mine called Holy, Holy.
Good morning. Our sacred reading this morning is from Spiritual Liberation, page 69, by Dr. Michael Beckwith. Not all pain is negative. We label all forms of pain as such and resist them. Positive negativity is a circumstance that causes us to go deeper, to search ourselves, to stop placing blame on the causes of suffering outside of ourselves, and take self-responsibility. Thank you.
The divine presence is everywhere. It's right here, right now, within each one. It's all around. And so I'm going to invite us into an experience of that divine presence. And so as we call it forth, we invoke it, it is already right here, right now. And so just allow your breath to deepen itself in its own perfect rhyme and rhythm. Allowing that to be a metaphor for the invisible side of life. We may call it spirit, or God, Jehovah, Yahweh, Wakantanka, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Allah, Shango, Yemaya, Big Mama, Gaia, by whatever name, Shiva. It is that infinite presence that is everywhere. The power, the intelligence that knows all, is all, expressed by all. I bless this service. I bless everyone here. I bless all of creation. But we are simply here as divine expressions and emanations of the one love, God, by whatever name. And so I simply release my word, knowing that we all stand on sacred ground, for sacred ground is everywhere we stand. All is well. And I release this word into the alchemy of love and law. And I simply say, Ashe, Aho, Amen, and so it is.
As I get older, my voice gets lower and lower.
So beautiful.
If I live long enough, it'll be way down. Now I see God in me. Turn my pain into gain. My past gone at last. I am reborn. This is my renaissance. This is my new romance. This is my dance with God. This is my dance with God. Resurrect This is my dance with God. This is my dance with God. This is my dance with God.
Billy Larkin, everybody. That was. Thank you for letting me get set up here. As luck would have it, I had a problem with the printer today. So, couldn't print out my talk, so I'm going off of my computer and we'll just see how that goes. So today, we're going to talk about everybody's favorite subject. Pain. Pain. Pain is probably the one thing that binds us all. The one thing that we universally avoid experiencing. The one thing that we all dread. The one thing that we all avoid. Good old pain. But pain isn't all bad. But the pain is just so we're on the same page. I'm going to define pain for you. I like to just define words so we're all talking about the same thing. Pain is physical, mental, or emotional distress or discomfort. That covers a pretty broad area. You pretty much know if you're in pain or not. Yes? You're well aware. Some may be in pain right now. You never know. But pain, as universally loathed as it is, can be instructive. It's an indicator, really, that something is not right. Pain is a way of getting our attention and making us look at something that we perhaps need to look at. So, we shouldn't just run the other way. We shouldn't just avoid. We shouldn't just ignore. We shouldn't just deny pain. We need to look at it and see what it's trying to tell us. If we're having a pain in our chest, it's probably good that we not ignore that. That we go and get it checked out and figure out what it is so that we can fix it. Right? So, and it's a good thing that pain is there. Because if the pain wasn't there, you wouldn't know anything that was going on inside, and, even worse things can happen. So pain, I dare say, is good to a certain extent, as it is an indicator of problems. Either way, the worst thing that we can do is ignore it. But that's what we do because pain is really closely associated to our fears. So as soon as we have a pain, we kind of have a fear that comes along with it. What was that pain? Shall I be concerned? What does this mean? Sometimes we know what it means, and we're afraid to make the changes that we need to make to relieve our pain. There are ways to get around this. There are ways to deal with our pain, to escape it, and to address the fears that are also driving us. And I've got a little story for you about two different ways. One way of avoiding or of dealing with our pain and overcoming fear is a way that my stepdaughter has done it. And I got permission from her to share this story. I said, can I share this? And she said, yeah, go ahead and share it. Because she's proud of herself, and I'm very proud of her. She has a condition many of you have heard of. It's called scoliosis. And she's got a curve on her spine. And it is a very high percentage. They call it a 61% curve. So if you were to envision her spine, it just goes like this, and then there's a curve at the end of it. And she's had that condition since it's been diagnosed way back before she was a teenager. So we've known about this condition for a long time. And there have been procedures out there to correct this condition. And she got old enough to be able to decide whether or not she wanted to have the procedure. And she didn't want to have it because she's deathly afraid of the outcome, what could happen, afraid of the whole procedure, everything that was involved with it, she was afraid of. So she said, no, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to live with it. Well, as the years went by, pain got worse and worse and worse. And while she was able to work, every day at work is a massive pain. And then she's got to come home, and then she's got to lay down, and then she's got to get over all the pain that this scoliosis is causing within her. And she went to the doctor recently and found out that the curve actually got bigger, became more of a curve, more prominent. So then more fear comes out. What's going to happen? You know, how bad is this going to get? Fear, 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 fear. Until the pain got so great that the fear, as big as it was, started to subside, and this vision of who she wanted to be outside of the pain started to appear. The things that she wanted to do with her life, pain-free, started to really emerge. And she got a vision of what she wanted in her life, which was no pain and a more rich, more full life. And it was this vision that caused her to go to the doctor and say, I'm ready. I am ready. Let's do this. And it wasn't like I think I'm kind of ready. Let's check it out. It was like, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's get it over with. When can we do it? Can we do it next week? Let's go. She crossed some sort of barrier in her mind that made her extremely brave and courageous. This vision of herself without pain, living her life to the fullest, was now greater than her fear of what would happen. And so, while she's being pushed around by pain, because pain's kind of a bully, right? It's always there. It's always jabbing at you. You can never forget about it. And it's always kind of beating you up and pushing you around. And that's what pain does. Pain pushes. But if you don't have a vision, if you're clouded with fear and you cannot see a vision to go towards, pain is just going to push you hither and thither. It's going to confuse you. It's going to aggravate you. It's going to stop you. It's going to just push you around. But once we have a vision that we can look at and say, that's what I want, that vision starts to pull us towards it. And it's big enough to supersede any fear that you have. Because believe me, her fear was great. We talked about it many a day. Heather and I tried to, convince her. It's like, well, maybe, check out this surgery, check out this procedure. No, I don't want to do it. So she was well entrenched in not wanting this to happen. But now she's ready. And she's like, and I was asking her the other day, are you, afraid and pent up about this? She goes, yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little afraid, but I'm ready to go. Let's do this. And so it was amazing to see that after years of trying to get her to do it, to see this idea emerge in her and to see this strength come out that we didn't know was there. We knew it was there, but she didn't know it was there. But for her to realize it is a beautiful thing. Now, that is one way to deal with pain and fear. To let it get to a boiling point to where it's ready to explode, and then it overcomes the fear. Then you get your vision, then you can see, then you can start moving towards it. There's another way. It might be a little easier. Instead of letting our pain boil over and get to a crescendo, the minute we start feeling pain and we want to have a vision that pulls us, all we need to do is ask for it. All we need to do is ask for the vision. How do we do that? Well, there's a practice in this teaching of visioning. And we use it here regularly. And it is a wonderful process where we ask Spirit, the all-knowing, all-loving creator of all things, for vision for our lives. The process is simple, but there's a couple of things you got to wrap your mind around first. There's a couple of things that you have to align yourself with, a couple of ideas. Okay. First idea is there's one. There's one Spirit, one God, one mind, one consciousness, one cause. There is one existence. That is Spirit. One. Because there's only one, guess where you are? Guess who you are? You're part of that one. You are within the one. You are made of the one. You cannot be separated from the one. How can we separate you from existence? We cannot. So as long as you exist, you have an unbreakable connection to Spirit. Okay? So those are the first two things you need to know. You need to know that there's one God, eternal, and that you are made of it. You are one with it. Okay? So those are the first two concepts. So we got those. Those are pretty simple. The one knows no pain. God knows no pain. It's a big concept. But God is not subject to pain. There isn't anything that goes wrong within the body of God. And we are all in that. So we need to take our pain, our fear that we experience, and we need to align with that which knows no pain, which knows no fear. Doesn't that make sense? When I was little, and there'd be a thunderstorm or something outside. I was a real scary little kid. I was scared of everything. And when there was something going on outside, I went right to my mom and I said, "Hey Mom, there's something going on. Can I be in here? Can I sleep in here? Can I, whatever?" And Mom was right there for me. I had a wonderful mother. But I took it to my higher power, which is Mom, which is the one that knows no fear, which is the one in my little childlike mind knew no pain. She knew anger. She knew irritation pretty well. But I digress. No fear, no fear, no pain. I take it right to her because she can deal with anything. I've seen her deal with stuff. I know that she can. So I go right to her. We can do the same thing with the creator of all things. We can take our pain, no matter how small, and go right to the source for comfort, for knowledge, for wisdom, for peace, for grace. That's exactly what we can do. So that's what we're doing. We're taking our pain to the one that knows no pain. We're taking our fear to the one that knows no fear. To the one that is fearless. And what do? We have a process. We have a process. So the first thing we do is we meditate. We meditate, we get into a state of calm, a state of peace, and a state of grace. And from that place, we ask 5 questions. Question number 1. What is God's highest vision for my life? What is God's highest vision for my life? And from this place of grace, from this place of peace, from this place of blessed assurance, we listen. And we write down whatever comes up. Colors, places, people, ideas, things. Whatever comes up in our minds at that moment, we write it down. We write it all down. And then, once we're complete, we move on to the next question. What must I become to empower this vision? What must I become? And then again, we listen and we write. We write. Whatever comes up. Number 3, and this is an important one. What must I release? What do I need to let go of? Sometimes we just need to let go of the idea that this pain is okay. That we can live with this. I can live with this discomfort that I'm thinking about every day. It's okay. Sometimes we need to let that go. Sometimes we need to let fear go. Sometimes we need to let obstinance go. It all depends on who we are and what we're dealing with at the time. Number 4, what must be embraced? What must be embraced now that we are not embracing to bring about our healing, to heal this pain? We listen, and then we write. Our last question, and this is a good one to ask while you got God on the line. What else? What else do you have to tell me? What else do I need to know that I haven't asked about? We listen and we write. And at the end of this process, the end product is a roadmap. It's a vision. It's a vision of what you can do with your life without this pain. And we can follow that up with just knowing that this vision is supported by Spirit. It doesn't do any good to have the vision, to have the conclusion, to have the pathway that is so attractive to you and that you want, and then to think, I can never do that. That would never work. You just got information from God, from the all-knowing, all-loving creator of all things, has just whispered in your ear. Of course you can. Of course you can. Because God is behind you. God is around you. Of course you can. So this is what we need to know. This is what we need to practice. And it's okay to practice thoughts. We're not brainwashing ourselves. We are just revealing the truth of life. That there is one. We're a part of that one. We're not set out on an ocean adrift on a little rowboat with one oar. We are embraced and nurtured and cared for, and you have been your entire life by Spirit. Why? Because you're here. You survived. You made tough decisions. And Spirit was behind you all the way. And now we are practicing that. We are practicing that, and we are knowing, and we are taking advantage of the support that we have, of the knowledge that we have. How do we dip into the universal mind? This is how we do it. And we pull out a beautiful vision for ourselves, and we use that to pull us out of pain. Out of a painful relationship. Out of a painful job. I mean, do any of us have friends that complain about their jobs? Maybe we complain about our jobs. But it's a familiar complaint. And the easiest thing is, well, why don't you change jobs? Why don't you quit? I can't quit. I can't quit. I got to keep this job. I don't know what's going to happen without this job. I need this pain. I'm afraid to be without it. This is the pain that I know. And we have a saying in this philosophy about getting a 2x4 from God that just smacks you in the head. Pow! Are you listening now? We don't want to get the 2x4, right? Before the 2x4, God is still speaking to you. God speaks in whispers. And that's where God starts, in a whisper, in a word, in an inkling. And then God gets louder and louder and louder. And sometimes that turns into a 2x4. It turns into something that needs to be addressed right now. But we don't have to wait that long. We can claim the vision that God has for us. We can claim the vision that we have for ourselves. No one envisions themselves living a life of pain. We all have a greater vision for ourselves. And this is how we partner with Spirit to bring that out, and along with it, the courage to live it. So for your home play today, I ask you to practice the truth of who you are at all times. Know that you are a blessed creation of God. Know that you're whole, perfect, and complete. Know that you have God at the ready at any moment to help you with any problem that you have, to uplift you, to inform you, to embrace you. That's what God is doing. So we need to know who we are and how so very loved and cherished we are by Spirit. So loved. So let's take that into prayer. Let us go inside. Inside to that place beyond all condition. To that place beyond our fingers and toes. Beyond what we see. Beyond our bodies. To that place of peace. That place of grace. That place of blessed connection. And it is from that place that I declare now that there is one. One Spirit, one guide, one mind, one consciousness, one source, one existence. And this one is God. Eternal, infinite. And by infinite, I mean that God goes on with no end. And when it comes to each and every one of us, we are all made of God. We are all blessed creations of God. And as such, all of the qualities of God are our birthright. Just because we're here, we have access to all the love of God, all the power of God, all the wisdom, the beauty, the joy, all of the good resides within each and every one of us right now. And so I know as we face pain in our lives, I know that we are so much more than that. that my Creator is so much more than that. So I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful to be able to take my troubles, take my pain, take my fears to the one that knows no trouble, that knows no pain, that knows no fear. Our eternal parent. So as I do, I'm filled with gratitude. I'm grateful to God, grateful to Spirit, grateful to the universe, grateful to each and every soul here, because as I know this about myself, I know this about everyone. Everyone I lay eyes on, everyone here, everyone in our blessed audience online, everyone walking up and down the street right now, everyone in the world. We are all, each and every one of us, whole, perfect, and complete, and holding a divine birthright, a blessed inheritance of power and peace and joy. And so it's with this gratitude that I release these words, knowing that they're true and done. Knowing that these words of beauty and peace are acted upon immediately by the mind of the universe, simply because I believe in them. And so let us all just release these words into the mind of the universe with joy, with gratitude, and with peace, with the words, and so it is.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I see everybody singing, that's great. Sing along. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. And here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds be a bright, 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 bright sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
Oh, thank you, Billy.
You're welcome.
Well, we are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing. We call it conscious, committed, and structured giving. And there are many ways to give and expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering. We give of our talents through participation. And we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and to live their inherent greatness. Our tithing partner, every month we give a percentage of our tithe, of your gifts, to a very worthy local organization that has goals that align with ours. This week, or this month, our tithing partner is the Empower Yolo. And my notes, of course, are on my computer. So I'll just read off the slide that Empower Yolo's mission is to promote safe, healthy, and resilient communities. And all services are provided in a manner that appreciates, enhances, and utilizes the strength of Empower Yolo's clients and honors their cultural practices and traditions. And as evidenced by the wonderful event that they have coming up that we were just promoting today about yoga and about people that are coming from environments that aren't peaceful and finding that peace in whatever way they can. And yoga is an excellent way to find peace. And so that's just one of the things that they do. So as you give, please know that we're also giving to this wonderful organization. There are many ways to give. You can swing by our good old website at cslyolo.org and click on the Donate Now button, and you can give that way, or you can text to give to the number that's on your screen now. You can also use PayPal, which is very easy and convenient. Or you can send us a good old check or money order to CSL Yolo, P.O. Box 1361, Davis, California, 95617. Or, alternately, you can throw some money in the plate there that's coming around. You can do the manual version too. So, now that we know why we give, and we know how to give, let us enter into that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. And I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that vibrational energy of circulation. We can feel our hearts pumping away in there. And say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
We bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us full measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks. We let it be so, and so it is. Okay, we have a little message for our children, the children that are headed this way at this moment. We have a message for the children that are here right now, nestled within us. We want to say we love you.
We love you.
We are here for you.
We're here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
So we believe in the power of connection at this center. And what does that mean? That means that we are connected to spirit. And we are also connected to each other. And this connection has power. And one of the ways we exercise that power is through prayer. So if you find yourself in need of prayer today, please let us know. Let our prayer practitioners know. We got 2 here. You let me know. You let Reverend Deborah know. Or how many times am I going to call you Reverend Deborah? Is that something in your future? Yeah. I wonder. We have a wonderful little prayer area over here that's nice and private and with lovely chairs. And we would love to sit with you and talk about how God is working in your life right now. That's what we're trained to do. That's what we love to do. So please, if you find yourself in need of prayer, let us know and let us pray for you. Or you can fill out a prayer request and drop it into that little box that says yes on it in the back of the room at the table there. So there are many ways that you can get prayer, and we take those every week and we pray on each and every one. So please know that you're going to get your prayers, okay? You're going to get them. So one last thing, a fellowship time. We're going to have fellowship after the service. Downstairs, we've got some coffee, we've got some tea, we got some goodies, and we have good conversation and fellowship. So please join us down there after the service and after our closing song and benediction, which we're going to have right now. So let's get in a big circle and have our closing song.
And so it is.
And so it is.